All right, good morning. Excuse me. Excuse me again. um, Okie dokie. So, ideas. I'm not sure where to begin. I have many of them. Uh, I'm just going to randomly talk here and let things come out naturally. Let me see. Ideas. I probably have. I probably have a lot of ideas. Because I'm trying to be good for something. Uh, so that is the reason. Alright, anyway, let me think here. So I got ideas about products to make, you know, saleable stuff. I got ideas for transportation. I got ideas for communication. And you might want to, like, what about communication? That's a good one to get started with. So communication, um, yeah, right now we have uh, cell phones, you know. So how can you improve on communications? I mean, we are we are doing very well right now. We can have video calls from people from around the world, uh, instantaneous. You know, that's a feat of engineering, an amazing feat of engineering. How do you improve on the best? You know, because that's awesome. That's awesome. The fact that you can have a video phone call with someone on the other side of the world. You know, go back 50 years. Well, let's go back before the telephone. You know, you'd have to travel weeks or months or longer to be able to talk to somebody. We all know that. That's a history lesson. Um, so I'm talking about. Sorry, I'm talking about the speed of which, you know. I'll get back to the communication thing here in a minute. Let's talk about light speed. Light speed is 186 point something miles per hour, thousand miles per hour, and uh, we've been taught that nothing goes faster. Well, uh, the fact that you know, the universe is big as it is, and you start getting into the numbers of how big the, you know, how many years it takes for light at 186,000 something miles per hour to travel. It takes years for that light to get to uh, really any place in the universe inside our own galaxy. Light years, many light years. So that's unacceptable. And I'm saying that's unacceptable because there's got to be a way to communicate faster. Um, so I'm going to propose a couple of theories about that. And it's going to be based on stuff that uh, is already known by scientists. I'm sorry, got a dryness in my throat here. I can't seem to get rid of. All right, so communicating faster than light. We're gonna have to look at things a different way. You know, we're gonna have to really reach out and just grasp at everything that we don't know to try and find a way to communicate. And I say communicate And it's important right now. My understanding is, I have a hard time believing in wormholes and stuff like that. I have a hard time believing in that. Black holes, yes, I believe they're there. I believe there's one in the center of our galaxy. And wormholes, I'm not so sure about. Pretty sure I'm. Anyway, um, so it's crazy now that I'm talking about trying to speed up our ability to communicate. Like, and you may be wondering, well, if I can do live streaming with someone on the other side of the planet, excuse me, I'm sorry, I'm having health issues. If I can do live streaming with someone on the other side of the planet and be able to literally have a face-to-face conversation with them, why is it important to increase our abilities or speed in which this happens? And now here's where it gets crazy. Okay, the reason that we need to be able to move faster or communicate faster than light is if we're ever going to connect with other civilizations. I said it. Right there it is. If we are ever going to connect with other civilizations, we need to be able to communicate. And as it is, it'll take thousands of years to not only send a message, but then to receive a message. Thousands of years. So, and that's a close neighbor. That's a close neighbor. So, that's just not good enough. We got to figure out a way to excuse me again, shoot, to bridge the gap. Okay, we got to close that gap. That's a huge gap. That's just unacceptable. Okay, we have to make it more possible. So we have to find a way to make communicating more possible over those long distances in a faster, short manner. So in order to do that, we have to look at what surroundings we're going through. Right now when we send a message, it's going through air, and there's an atmosphere and stuff like that, and we got satellites that help transfer the message or the feed, the live stream feed when you're FaceTiming or video chatting. So that's just around this little planet. So understanding that is one thing, but now we're going bigger, and we got to understand, okay, how are the planets connected to the sun? We all know that's gravity, but have we looked into how the planets are held into position? How come we're not all falling into the sun? So we're going to try, and what I'm going to try and do is use those physics, our solar system's physics, and that's an intense, deep look into our solar system's physics alone. We have to start somewhere, okay? Communicating faster than light. We have to start somewhere, and we have to learn as much as we can about all of our immediate surroundings, and then reach out further. It's just every step of learning that we've ever undertaken is one step at a time. We learn about this, and then since we know this, then we learn that, and then since we know that, then we were able to learn this. So, understanding the physics of our solar system, the way in which our planets are held together, or held in a manner to the sun, and then and not and then, but also including the Kuiper asteroid belt and the Oort cloud, and it's all part of the sun's dealings, and that has far-reaching effects. Now, I did a video a long time ago, well, a few months ago, about some theories on how the sun can control or help move things within its gravitational area, and that's a big area. So I can get more into that at some point. It's pretty interesting. I had to come up with a whole system of explanation on the movement of things and how to just my interpretation on how to describe each type of, I forget what I even called it, gravitational lines, or gravitational, magnetic. I called them gravitic because it's a mixture between gravitational and magnetic. I called them gravitic lines. Irregardless, that's just a name I came up with. The gravitic lines of the sun. And how it knows what's going on, and that's going to be a theory of mine. Of course, I can't prove it right now, but I can't let that stop me from chasing my original question on communicating faster than light speed. So, like I said, I have to investigate all possibilities and expand on any known physics that we have, or try to expand on any known physics. We'll go from there. So I'm not sure where I'm at with this 13 minutes. So this is what is today? Today. Excuse me. It's June 20th at 5:15 a.m. And I gotta shave next time. Let me see here. Well, let me stop there, and we'll pick up again.